When I was 24, recent graduate from college, I was living in Massachusetts, and I got some wanderlust, and I decided it was time to go cross country, and eventually wind up in California and in Los Angeles. Despite being warned by a grizzled old veteran at the newspaper I worked at that Los Angeles was a tough town. He told me, if you're not careful, it'll take you down and it'll break you. So I got here at the end of 1991 with no money, with no plan, and with really no reasonable expectation of what life was like as an independent grown-up in a big and strange city. It did not take me long to get into a relationship and fall in love with a guy who was a very serious alcoholic. It was a pretty messed up relationship, but it was pretty much all my self-esteem could imagine and justify. And so I stayed, and I became a much worse alcoholic than he was. And when it ended, inevitably, I had been living with him, I wound up with no place to go. So for a few nights, I slept in my car, parked usually near construction sites in residential neighborhoods in Santa Monica, where they built some of those homes that Harry was talking about. Yeah. And I ate bologna sandwiches. Gross, sweaty, processed meat with lots of mustard. And I drank a fifth of whiskey every night in order to fall asleep. Sleeping in a car is not easy, and the anesthetic helped a lot. There were a few nights that I slept on the beach, in between the Santa Monica and the Venice Pier, usually. And as I soon discovered that when you spend a night without a roof or a locked door, you don't really sleep very well. You don't sleep deep, and you don't dream. It's sort of a hazy sleep, and it leaves you on edge.